Hey everyone, Mr. Prevention here, husband of author Nicole Morrissey of PreventionRD.com, as well as the new cookbook PreventionRD's Everyday Healthy Cooking. Today I am here to share with you one of my favorite recipes from the new book, which is, we'll say, an adaptation of fresh grilled salsa. Here's a picture of what it's supposed to look like. I'm sure mine will look nothing like that. But if you take a look, this is in the new cookbook on page 17, and do have to give credit. It's not my wife's original recipe. It is Biz of My Busy Kitchen's blog's original recipe, which Nicole has here in the cookbook, and I am going to adapt it here today to make it using only what I have here on hand. So using things that were already here in the house that my wife had already purchased or that we had available. And so looking at the ingredients, all of these tomatoes, the front 6 tomatoes there, were grown in our Aero garden inside in the Aero garden, and the back 2 came from our local CSA. The front green one was one that just was with the Aero garden and fell off accidentally, so we'll go ahead and use that. The jalapeno, also from our local CSA. The 2 back peppers are a combination of sweet heat peppers that are from our front plants, pot plants out front, and the garlic and the onion were in the refrigerator here in our house, as well as the cilantro and the lime. The Corona is of course optional, but you only need half a lime's juice here, so what are you going to do with the rest of the lime if you don't have a Corona, right? So, and then what I'm going to do here is spray all this with some oil, as it recommends in the cookbook, all of the veggies here, and then throw them all on the grill. And really you don't have to pay much attention. You just throw them on there, char them, and turn them over halfway through, char them again. If they're out there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're really trying to basically char and burn this stuff to give it a nice smoky feel with the end taste on the salsa, so you can't really do that wrong. In terms of ratios, usually we use Roma tomatoes as recommended in the cookbook, and there's obviously not nearly enough tomatoes here. Actually, these are just called mega cherry tomatoes from the Aero garden. They're not even supposed to be full-size tomatoes, so this will definitely be a little bit on the spicy, garlicky side compared to the other batches, but we'll see if we can make it work with the ingredients we had here on hand. And then once we come back in from the grill, I'm going to toss all of those ingredients into our trusty KitchenAid blender here, and then finish off and do a taste test with my favorite chips, the Red Hot Blues organic chips. And they've got all sorts of stuff on there about being non-GMO, gluten-free, organic. That stuff may be important to you guys. It's obviously important to PreventionRD. For me, the only thing that's important is they taste really, really good, and they have that extra spicy kick that I like to go with the salsa. So with that, we are going to take this batch of ingredients here, minus the cilantro and the lime, just spray a little bit of oil on top of them as on the given in the recipe on page 17 in the cookbook. Again, this is just to help them not stick to the grill. It doesn't really matter how much you use here. You're not trying to oil them up. You just give them a little bit of lubrication to be able to go on the grill and not get stuck. So with that, we'll come back in a few minutes and I'll show you on the grill and blend it up.